Guys, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is The Journey. Okay, guys, so as promised, I did actually launch the Journey of Self jewelry collection in July. It has been up on the website, thejourneyofself.org. You can go there and you can buy the jewelry directly off the website. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be featuring a piece of jewelry every time I do the readings, okay? Currently on the website, we do have 80 custom pieces of jewelry on the website, earrings, bracelets, anklets, things of that nature. Some are fashionable, such as the Savannah and the Set collection, and others are spiritual, such as these two featured here on the end, such as the 4 Elements bracelet as well as the Manifestation bracelets. Okay, so this is the piece that I would like to feature this month, the Manifestation bracelet. All right, as you guys can see, this is a mixture of small beads as well as larger beads, okay? This bracelet is about 11 links, or 11 rings, I should say, and can be customized, where you can add rings or take rings away. You can also get this bracelet featured without the larger stones, okay? In that particular case, it looks like this. The larger stones are going to be absent. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I'm your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is a journey. All right, so this is going to be the Gemini love reading for the end of August into September. All right, I've gone ahead and I've already laid out the 5 cards that I'm going to use for the spread. I am going to clarify on camera. So the first card up that we do have is the 7 of Wands. It seems as though you guys are finding yourselves in an advantaged position, but you do feel the need to defend yourself. Some of you also can be learning. You may be attending school or some type of class or picking up some new type of knowledge. For some of you, it even has something to do with childbearing. Some of you could be pregnant. I do see some new changes and transformations coming to your life. Some of them are inevitable. And I do believe that it is involving something new that you're either creating, a new venture that you're going on, or a pregnancy. All right. I do see you guys actually coming out of this situation or entering, how can I explain? Or entering into this situation in a defensive place, but ultimately getting to, even though you're in an advantage place now, I don't think it's that easy for you to see. I feel like you still feel a very intense need to defend yourself. The only advice that I give when I see this card, which is the 7 of Wands, feeling defensive, learning, things of that nature, being in an advantage position, is to not get cocky. The Death card is the next card, which talks to transformations and renewals. This particular Death card for me also speaks of pregnancy. Just my own thing. Inevitable changes, the Tower card. I hope that you guys, as my viewers, I hope you guys aren't afraid of the Tower card or the Death card or anything of that nature. There's nothing to be afraid of. When I see the Tower card, I often see it as changes, really powerful changes. After the storm, the sun always does come out. Nothing is forever, not even the bad times. But I do feel like there is some type of transformation that is taking place where there are going to be inevitable changes. It could be either a new venture that you're going on, like I said before, or a pregnancy or something of that nature, or even education that you're gaining. Because, like, for instance, after you had a baby, your life will forever be different. After you've educated yourself, you can't unknown what you've learned. You've expanded your mind. After you've taken on certain ventures, you can't go backwards. It's an experience that is gained. It's knowledge that is gained. So with that being said, we move into the Empress, which can talk about a fertile woman. It could also talk about a very fertile situation. All right. And then we have the Magician, which is a very, very good place to be, because the Magician does let me know that you guys have all the tools that you need to actually execute what it is that you desire. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify some things. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands and see exactly maybe why you guys feel defensive. Some of you can be dealing with an air sign or fire sign. Okay. So there are a few things that are going on here. You guys may have been in a situation where you could possibly find yourself at a loss in some type of partnership. If it's, well, this is love, but for some of you, it could be that you're in some type of partnership and you find yourself being cheated, right? And then also too, some of you are just drifting apart from the person that you're in love with. Maybe you feel like you guys are, drifting apart, and you do still desire to be close to this person, especially if you're pregnant. You may feel a little lonely or something of that nature, or that you need more attention. However it goes, there are problems in your relationship that you feel like aren't being resolved, and you're unhappy. And therefore, that's probably the reason why you're feeling defensive. Or it could be the fact that you are educating yourself and feeling maybe that you're not getting ahead. Maybe you're trying to educate yourself for a better life. Well, it's telling me that you will succeed. Eventually, you will succeed. Especially with the Magician here, and especially with the Empress here. Very fertile time in your life is approaching. So you guys don't have to worry about that. Okay, a bunch of cards flipped out. There could be some immaturity and a lack of ambition going on your part, or maybe your lover's part. I'm not exactly sure which one. Some of you may be thinking about or have broken off an engagement. The one thing I will say to you guys is this. You guys may feel forced when the situation does finally, reach its peak of negativity, right? You may feel like you need to make drastic decisions. Do not do that. Making decisions out of a disadvantage or a desperate place usually leads to more desperation and chaos in your life. You have to make a decision from a healthy place. All right. Some of you may also be dealing with, like I said before, fire sign or an air sign. I feel like, whatever is going to occur, it's going to, I feel like you're going to have the support of your partner, or someone in your life is going to give you that support that you need to move to the next level. And I feel like this is definitely, whatever is going to occur is definitely going to shake your inner core. It's going to shake your confidence. Yeah, there's definitely something coming that can't be avoided, and you may see it as a loss. Now, like I always say, you could see it as a loss or you could see it as a lesson. It's all up to you. You guys have to decide. Even seeing, it's not that it's either a loss or a lesson. No, you can see it as a loss or a lesson. And perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. All right. I feel like you guys are going to come from a place of lack. You guys are going to come from a place of lack. I feel like this tower moment is going to come and change everything. I feel like the best thing to do right now, though, to help you in the situation is to keep your lips closed. And I always say keep your purse strings as well as your heartstrings close. Okay? Keep your heartstrings as well as your purse strings closed. Okay? It's not the time to be very talkative and to tell everything that you're feeling. Not at all. This is a time to maybe pull back and just watch and see exactly what's going on in your life and see which direction you can take it. You guys have to understand this, that this situation may be may result in a lack of control, something you can't control necessarily. Like, don't try and control other people in this situation. You can only control your reaction to the things that are going to occur. Okay? Remember that as these things happen, as this Tower moment approaches. All right. Now, the advice is that you need to concentrate on good times. Concentrate on good times, especially if you're trying to manifest something better than your current situation. Concentrate on when times were good, or fantasize about what life will be like once you're done manifesting what you're trying to manifest. Such as, for instance, you're in school. Manifest what life will be like when you get that job that you're going for. Manifest what life, fantasize about what life will be like when you get that job you're going for. Fantasize about how life will change when you get that salary that you're looking for. How many things you'll be able to do that you can't do now. Okay? Fantasize about maybe where you're going to live, how you're going to move, and all of those things, right? If you don't have any good times in your past to focus on, all right? But if you do, also draw from those times. Those things are going to bring you strength through this unpleasant time. And you guys have to, whatever happens, let it roll off of your back like a duck, because as I said, you do end with the Magician. This is a very fertile time. Now, let me tell you something. You know, when it rains, things grow, but it's raining, right? You can get distracted by the rain and say, oh, why does it have to rain? Or you could just wait for your crops to come. You know what I mean? You can just wait for your crops to grow. You know, you plant your seeds, and yes, hard times are going to come. Even, you know, when you're planting them, after they're planted, as they grow, hard times will come. They'll occur. But you got to be strong within yourself, knowing that you planted good seeds, knowing that you're going to reap a harvest. And during those times that are not so good, fantasizing about better times or thinking about times that were good, very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. I feel like there's something from your past that is going to bring you that comfort. Either someone or something that you can think of, or something that will return to your life is going to bring you that comfort that you need. Yeah, you guys definitely need to keep your resources in reserve. That's your money, that's your emotions, that's your energy, that's everything. All your resources, keep them in reserve. In other words, keep them close. You know, hold on to your energy. You guys have to be patient and merciful with other people. Don't do anything that could possibly get you in trouble, whether it be with the law or morally get you in trouble or looked down upon. All right? I feel like this Tower moment is going to lead to the Nine of Swords for you. That grief, that sleepless nights, things of that matter. But I also feel like the Nine of Wands is also going to be there as well. You guys are going to get through this. The Nine of Wands is like being defensive, but being also ready for, that last battle or that next battle. Having gone through a lot, but also being ready to fight. So I feel like you guys are going to make it through this. And as I said, the Magician is actually the end result of this situation, whatever it might be. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some romance angel cards for the people who this is dealing with a relationship directly. All right, so the situation that you're going to be led into, or the situation that you're going to go through, it's asking, it's going to require patience and trust of the universe, knowing that things are going to get better, that, every storm shall pass. All right. Now, the situation that you might be dealing with is that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It might be unrequited love between you and the person that you're with. And for some of you, like I said, you may find yourself in a very fertile situation with other things outside of this relationship, or even find yourself pregnant within this relationship. Don't let this situation cloud where you're going with your life, because in the end, you're victorious. So even if there's something going on in your relationship, it doesn't matter. Like you still have the opportunity to be happy in other ways, or as a result of this situation. Right? So that makes perfect sense, I hope. It's like, don't worry about it. Let it happen. Pay attention. Learn what you have to learn. Exercise patience. Exercise mercy for others. And you know what, too? As I look at this card, it might not be the other person. It could possibly be you, that maybe someone from your past shows up and you're like, yeah, I think I want to try that again, right? And I also have free yourself. It's time to take control of your life. Take back control of your life. All right, let me go ahead and pull a couple of these angel answer cards. The first card that I have for you is meditation. Meditation brings answers. Okay? So, of course, like, you guys want to definitely meditate, like I said before, on the positivity of your past and the positivity of your future. You want to meditate on answers on what you should do if you find yourself confused. Don't make any hasty decisions. Do not make decisions out of a desperate, angry, or hurt place. Let the storm pass. Let the clouds clear up. Let the sky clear, and then you can make your decisions. Yeah, all you guys have to do is just wait. Just patiently wait. And like I said, patience is needed. Show mercy to others, because that will be returned to you. Me personally, I hope that it's returned to you tenfold. That's my blessing to you. Yeah. If you believe. Okay? If you believe, wait. And if you believe, meditation brings answers. So it's all of those things that we were talking about just before. You guys are just going to have to ride this one out. It's nothing, I don't even think it's anything to get up in arms about. I feel like it's really going to bring you to a better place than you are now. So it's, in the end, you're going to realize it was necessary, and you're going to be grateful, I feel like. I really do. So let this happen. I've had situations in my life where At the time, you feel like that's it. That's all it'll ever be. And then something happens, situations change, and you move on with your life. And then you're like, you look back and you're like, I'm kind of glad I didn't stay there, because then I wouldn't have this. So with that being said, I think this is going to be one of those situations. Ooh, dropped a card. And I'm glad I went to get it, because this card says new beginnings. Exactly what I'm saying, right? So everything in your life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage, faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. Oh my gosh, Gemini. And then the next one is seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. Oh, I love this. You guys had such a good reading, believe it or not, because like all your cards aligned to tell the same story, that you're about to go through something that's only going to enhance your life. Hence, the Death card. Whenever I see the Death card, I know there's going to be a renewal. Okay? So this has been your love reading, as well as a little bit more, because there's something surrounding your love, or your love is actually influencing the rest of what's going on with you. I can see that. It's kind of dual. Well, I'm going to go on and do Life Path. So tune in for that too. Watch that. Maybe we'll get more information in reference to this. Maybe it'll be a different set of messages. All right, Gemini, have a great rest of your day, and namaste.